that is referred to as a zebra crossing. The proper use of using the pedestrian crossing is that you would approach the pedestrian crossing based on the direction that vehicles are coming from. You will look to your right, then to your left, look to your right again, extend your hand to bring the vehicles to a stop, and then you will start to cross the pedestrian crossing as quickly and safely as possible. Bearing in mind, keeping a watch on the vehicles that come to a stop. Most of these marked pedestrian crossings are often found in school zones, like the one I am standing at by the Yellow Primary School. So slow your speed and give way.
Vehicle accidents are one of the top causes of death here in the Bahamas. Driving safely is not only beneficial to the driver, but also to all other road users. So, we all should and must take extra precautions and follow the rules of the road. Remember, driving is a full-time job. Pay attention.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paiswell Forbes. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Consumer Affairs urged residents to be vigilant of businesses not complying with the Consumer Protection Act. Plus, the Grand Bahama Christian Council president decries recent law enforcement scandals. And the mother of a fallen industrial worker speaks out.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
A warning tonight from price control officials who say that despite revisions to the Consumer Protection Act, some businesses are still not in compliance with the law. Good evening all, I'm Raven Davis. Thanks for joining us. In tonight's top story, Matthew Wanamboro spoke with the chief price inspector about what officials describe as an alarming practice.
The Consumer Affairs Department on Grand Bahama reports continued violations by businesses despite the Consumer Protection Act being enforced since 2023. Chief among these is the practice of offering in-store credit instead of full refunds. Chief Price Control Officer for the Northern Bahamas, Reno Smith, emphasizes that the law requires a full refund whether the original purchase was made by cash or credit card.
Instead of giving them a store credit, that's against the law. The law now requires that all business houses reimburse or refund or recredit the consumer for purchases that were made that they changed their mind for whatever reason.
Smith attributes the issue to businesses' lack of awareness of the law, citing a recent incident he says has occurred frequently.
We had an incident of someone going to a particular establishment, purchasing some car parts, and tried to return the car parts, and the entity refused to give the person their refund. Instead, they tried to give them a store credit. The person said to them, "But I don't need the credit. I need my funds."
The business owner reiterated store policy. But Smith stressed that while policies are acceptable, they must comply with the law.
It's good to have store policies, and all businesses should have a store policy clearly displayed on their walls or on receipts. However, store policies cannot override the law of the land. It's only a store policy, and anything that's ultra-virus to the law cannot be held up anywhere, especially in court.
The Consumer Affairs Department encourages consumers to report complaints and document all issues. In the incident mentioned, the business ultimately complied with the law and issued a full refund. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
And beyond consumer protection, questions of accountability and public trust are also mounting. Scandals involving law enforcement officers have made headlines in recent weeks, sparking public concern and renewed debate over confidence in the very institutions tasked with protecting citizens. While investigations continue to focus on individual actions, the president of the Grand Bahama Christian Council says the incidents point to a deeper issue. More details in this report.
This is new to us as a people and as a country, where you have police officers and defense force officers engaging in illegal activities.
In recent weeks, members of the armed forces and other government agencies have come under public scrutiny amid a series of scandals. Trainee immigration officer Alex K. Riley, for example, was dismissed effective January 16, 2026. A Defense Force Marine is also in custody following a robbery at a business establishment on Friday in the nation's capital, and a police officer was recently caught on tape allegedly soliciting a bribe from a tourist in a widely circulated video. Grand Bahama Christian Council President Kenneth Lewis calls the incidents alarming, saying they reveal a deeper moral crisis in society. He adds that the scandals serve as a reminder that more must be done, especially by churches and community leaders to guide young people.
The Bible tells us that we must train up our children the way they should go, so when they get older, they will not depart from it. We call ourselves a Christian nation, and we say that we were raised in Christian homes, but is that really true? Have we not fallen away from the straight and narrow?
According to Lewis, the country's moral foundation is slowly being eroded, and while some have taken to social media to suggest that low wages among civil servants may be a contributing factor, Lewis firmly disagrees.
We as a people and a nation, we have become materialistic. And we want it now. We don't want to work for it. We don't want to work hard for it. There are hard-working people across this nation working hard each and every day, struggling to make ends meet, and you don't see them engaging in criminal activity. So I don't buy that, not for 1 minute.
He warns that misconduct by those entrusted with enforcing the law sends a dangerous message to the wider community.
And it sends a message to our younger generation that it's okay to engage in this type of activity. And we see evidence of it. We see it in our schools where students are attacking teachers.
Lewis says the government and the church must do more to engage the youth, particularly by investing in programs like Boy Scouts and other youth activities.
Creating, a local band, like a band here in Grand Bahama would compete with a band in Andros or Abaco. And finally, the church needs to do more.
Well, in news from police on Grand Bahama, local police report that Stephon Martin, a 24-year-old of Martin Town, 8 Maroc, also known by the alias The Grinch, is in police custody tonight. Police say Martin was wanted in connection with the possession of an unlicensed firearm, along with intent to put another in fear. Investigations into the matter are continuing. Meantime, police on Grand Bahama also report that Matthew Terrence Gibson, a 25-year-old of Pinedale, 8 Maroc, is in police custody tonight. Police say Gibson was wanted in connection with the possession of an unlicensed firearm with intent to put another in fear. Investigations into this matter are ongoing. From the crime beat, police on Abaco have arrested a 38-year-old man after a firearm with ammunition was discovered during a traffic stop on SC Boodle Highway. Police say the man was observed discarding an object into a bushy area before being stopped and searched. A subsequent search led to the discovery of the firearm. Investigations are ongoing.
Just one station.
Well, tonight, a mother is paying tribute to her son following a tragic industrial accident. Lorraine Adderley is grappling with heartbreak after the loss of her only child, Anderson Adderley, who died last month while at work at the Freeport Container Port. The 28-year-old electrical engineer was carrying out routine checks when he fell, a loss that has left his family and the wider community in shock. Shalia Rowe reports.
He walked out the door. He turned around. He hugged me and he kissed me on my forehead 3 times.
That was the voice of an emotional Lorraine Adderley, the mother of Anderson Adderley, recalling the last moment she shared with her son. She says he was her pride and joy. As her only child, she describes their relationship as deeply close, adding that he always put her first and carried a strong sense of responsibility towards family. Information surrounding the incident indicates that Anderson Adderley was conducting routine checks when he fell from a crane and was later found unresponsive.
I got a call from the container port stating that we need to speak to you with regards to your son. Well, no, I didn't take that very well when I reached there, and they confirmed it.
She remembers Anderson as a quiet but loving young man, someone who looked out for others and lived by strong values. Adderley shares a memory of her son that she would never forget.
He was in school, and the teacher called me in and she said, Miss Adderley, you need to come to school because these kids would not stop picking on AJ. And I came in, I said to him, why do you sit there and allow persons to hit on you? And he said, well, Mommy, Jesus said turn the other cheek. And I'm like, I know he said that, but I don't think he meant to allow persons to do that to you. But that was his personality from child until up. And he never changed up until his passing.
As she continues to grieve, Adderley shares a heartfelt message for her son.
Mommy love you. And she's sorry. Oh, you boss.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
And still to come.
Staff of ZNS Northern Service gather for corporate worship at the Pro Cathedral of Christ the King. Stay tuned.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this process.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Faith and fellowship set the tone for the year ahead as staff of ZNS Northern Service, along with board members and executive management, came together in worship at the Pro Cathedral of Christ the King. The service marked a moment of reflection and renewal as the network looks ahead to the work of the year. Shalia Roll files the details in this report.
ZNS Northern Service employees, executives, and the Minister of Social Services, Broadcasting and Information gathered in worship to mark the start of the new year. The service was held at the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King Anglican Church in Freeport, where a full mass brought full staff together in prayer, reflection, and fellowship. The congregation was led by Rector, the Reverend Father Kirkland Russell Jr., who delivered a message centered around sin, reminding worshipers of God's saving grace.
When those sins are taken away, it's thrown in what we call the sea of forgetfulness. So behind some of us like to go fishing. We like to take our rod and we remember what you used to do back in 1989, 2005, 1968. Remember what you was doing? That was me then, brother, sister. But I've been cleansed, I've been washed, I've been transformed, I've been born again.
Minister of Social Services, Broadcasting and Information, the Honorable Miles LaRota, addressed the gathering, expressing pride in the work and quality of programming produced by the ZNS Northern Service. He commended staff for their dedication and continued commitment to informing and serving the public.
It is my pleasure to be here, but mostly to speak of the work that the Northern Service is doing. The product that they put out is as good as anywhere else in the Bahamas. The reporters, the Broadcasting Corporation is there. They have hired professionals and they are paid to do a job. And it is my view that those professionals should be allowed to do their job without political interference.
Also in attendance were ZNS General Manager Clint Watson and Deputy General Manager Darren Meadows, both emphasizing the importance of beginning the year in worship. They noted that starting the year grounded in faith helps guide leadership, strengthen unity, and set a positive tone for the work ahead.
We believe everything begins and ends with prayer and God. And the only way we can do our jobs effectively, successfully, is if we have Him cover us for the year. And so it's important to be able to look to Him for guidance for the year.
I'd like to start the year off in church, receive the blessings, the mandate for the way forward for the year.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
Thanks, Shalia. Meantime, Bahama Rock is kicking off the new year with a hands-on philanthropic initiative, hosting a fun day at the Grand Bahama Children's Home. The event featured grilled burgers and hot dogs, face painting, and mini games, providing a day of fun and connection for the children. Company representatives say the activity forms part of their ongoing commitment to give back and support the community they proudly call home.
You know, last year we filled the pantry. That's like the third time we filled the pantry. But as we wanted to spend some time with the children, play some games with them, and let them have a good time. This is just our giving back to our community.
And this time we're back just to be here to have a more personal interaction with the children, to be a support and show them that we care, we love them, you know, and just be present.
Executive Director for the Grand Bahama Children's Home, June Hutchison, shares her admiration for the endeavor, noting that there has been a consistent partnership between the home and Bahama Rock.
So not only do they care about their feeding their bellies, but also being kind to them, entertaining them, being part of the family. And we can never repay them for that. They continue to do it. If there's anything we need, we know we can call on them to be able to come to our rescue. And that speaks volumes, because I know they're busy in the corporate world and doing what the community needs, but they've embraced us as part of that wider community. And we're, the children, myself, we're grateful.
Awesome initiative. Well, it is time now for your Health is Wealth Monday Tip.
Healthier eating is important if we want to prevent illness and improve wellness. We are all challenged to make healthier choices about how and what we eat. Most of our favorite dishes are rich, and preparing these delicious foods, think about reducing sugar, salt and fat, and adding fresh vegetables and fruit. If a dish requires sweetening, consider using a healthy substitute sweetener like honey. When seasoning a dish, try reducing the amount of salt by half and using herbs and spices to enhance the flavor. Choose to bake or grill foods instead of frying them. Making a few simple changes can help you and your family enjoy many of our special dishes. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and remember, your greatest wealth is your health.
to look at stories making news. Jay, what's happening in sports?
Well, it's January, which means it's track and field season across the U.S. And some of our college athletes, Raven, they've been in tip-top shape, running some pretty good times.
You know, I love track and field. Well, thanks, Jay. Sports comes your way next. But first, we salute our Facebook friend of the day, Marjorie Raitt. Don't go, baby. We'll be back right after this.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cock the termites' former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Shape Your Crepe has so much to offer, from delicious savory and sweet crepes, coffee drinks, and bubble teas, to rich, creamy milkshakes, matcha, and so much more. We are located in the food court at the Raven Mall, Freeport, Grand Bahama. Call us at 688-4273 or order online at shapeyourcrepe.com. Shape Your Crepe, handcrafted crepes and more.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose. Crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products that bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family. The brands you're looking for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. First in sports, the Grand Bahama Basketball Association second half of the season is ongoing at St. George's Gym, with games being played on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday nights. The league has grown over the past 3 years, with more teams joining. League Commissioner Trevor Smith says players and coaches can expect some really good news at the end of the month.
So far, it's going good so far. We're going to have all-stars going to come up. We're going to do a lot of other things we got planned, like community work stuff. We're going to go to communities and do some more sporting events and stuff like that, too. So, got a lot of special events planned for the upcoming season, through the season. The Nationals this year is going to be held in Grand Bahama. First time in I don't know how many years. So, we're going to be a host for that. We're looking to have about maybe 8 or 9 teams from all over the Bahamas. So we should have a good, exciting, action for Grand Bahama, especially in basketball. Proud to say basketball is back in Grand Bahama.
Now, 2 games were played on Friday night at the gymnasium. In the opening game, 8 Mile Rock Legends took down Pelican Bay 76-60. Wade Russell scored 21 points in the win, while Dwayne Gale had 14 points in the loss. In the feature game, New Era Gym Rats pulled away in the second half to get an 89-81 win versus Pizza Hut. Edril Martinborough and Isaiah Brennan led the team in scoring, while Ahmad Pratt, in a losing effort, had a season-high 37 points. Switching gears now in sports, Javonna Bridgewater, now in his sophomore year at Colby Community College, ran a personal best of 47.82 seconds at the Washburn Ross Buster Indoor Meet in Kansas for a convincing first place finish. It was the fastest time for college men at the meet that featured some 52 athletes throughout the country at the junior college level. Sticking with track, Morris Island product Lamar Williams also competed on the weekend for Bethel College at the GVSU Bob Eubanks Indoor Meet. Williams competed in the men's 60-meter dash, finishing in first place in a time of 6.78 seconds. And finally, in sports, the Grand Bahama Sailing Club continues to produce some of the top junior sailors in the country. The club is looking forward to branching out in preparations for future competitions.
Sessions that start in about 2 more weeks, and you're able to come in and be a part of any of those sessions, and you can get on board. We sail opties, we sail sunfish, and we sell lasers. And we want to get more parents involved because, of course, sailing being the national sport of the Bahamas, we need more people to come on board so that they can understand the joy of it.
And that's your quick check on sports. And by the way, according to my producer, it was 49 years ago today that snow fell on Grand Bahama. A local check on your weather is straight ahead.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
What is happening? What is going on? No one is saying anything. People are dying. People are asking for blood. Many are dying from heart attacks and cancer. Every weekend, there are countless funerals across the island. People, what is happening? No one seems to know what is going on. It's time to wake up and understand the times we are living in. The Watchmen present Signs of the Times, a 3-night End Times teaching series designed to educate, inform, and encourage biblical discernment through scripture, discussion, and thoughtful guidance. January 20th to the 22nd, 2026, 7 p.m. nightly at the Pelican Bay Hotel Conference Room. On night 1, Dr. Bethel will explain the impact of the COVID-19 vaccine on long-term health and provide guidance on natural ways to support and protect your family and friends. On night 2, Dr. Dion Gibson will focus on the topic One World Government, Antichrist Movement, and Digital Identity, where he will explore critical end times topics from a biblical perspective. And on night 3, Dr. Dion Gibson will focus on the topical Agenda 2030 and the role of the church, teaching the church how to prepare its members for the challenges ahead. Wake up, prepare yourself, your family, and your community for what is coming. For more information, send us a Facebook message at The Watchman.
Come shop for what's essential and what's aesthetically pleasing for your home at Bullets Plumbing and Seasons Home Decor. At Bullets Plumbing, you'll find a great selection of bathtubs, stylish pedestals, vanities, faucets and toilets, water heaters, pipes, fittings and repair parts. Then make it a one-stop venture. Outfit and accessorize your home with beautiful items from Seasons Home Decor. Silk flowers and vases, rugs, shower curtains and pillows, candle holders, and delightful wall art. All at Bullets Plumbing and Seasons Home Decor, West Atlantic Drive. Telephone 808-3900 or 825-2700. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose. Crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At VTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
This news is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the national report and assurance for political parties ahead of the 2026 general election. Hear what the parliamentary commissioner is promising. Also, a former cabinet minister zooms in on a vexing problem for developers and what should be done about it. And awards all around. And among the recipients, the country's head of state and a religious leader. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Election year is here, and political leaders are already getting briefed on the voters list, one that shows a growing electorate and renewed focus on transparency. As Desmond Saunders tells us, there's the promise of a smooth process. He joins us live from the Parliamentary Registration Office. Desmond?
The 2026 general election. Officials here at the Parliamentary Registration say the electoral process is already in motion. Last week, officials of the Parliamentary Registration Department met with officials of the three major political parties last week, offering assurances of an upcoming smooth electoral process. Now get this, over 190,000 Bahamians are currently on the register, up or an increase from the 2021 election cycle.
There's an addition to the last election, and if you recall, although we have 186,000 on the register, we have removed quite a number of people because deceased, etc. Last election, I think it was about 192,000 that was on the register, somewhere around that figure. So it has increased, and if you take off those who are removed from the register, you see that the increase was being more than just 4,000 or 5,000.
Thompson says the message to political parties was clear. The current election registration process is being closely managed. The register is updated with safeguards to ensure confidence in the system, but the focus now shifts squarely to the public, with officials urging those who have not yet registered or who need to update their information to act now.
From 2017, when the continuous register came into play, we have removed about 16,000 plus persons from the register.
From 2017?
From 2017 to the day. Okay? So it's a continuous process. We remove daily as we get the information, particularly on Thursdays when we have all the death notices in the papers. We use the papers, we use the Registrar General's office, the funeral homes where possible, and we try to get as much information as we possibly can on those deceased persons.
And while political parties prepare their candidates and platforms, the foundation of the 2026 general election is being laid right now, name by name, voter by voter. The register is open, the clock is ticking, and the right to vote begins long before Election Day. Mr. Thompson now making this urgent appeal.
I just want to say to the public, I would want everyone to, if they have not registered, to go and register as quickly as possible. And if they transferred from where they were, that they need to come in and have their voter information transferred to the new constituency or polling division, as it might be.
Well, McCushla, great meeting early today with the Parliamentary Commissioner, Mr. Harrison Thompson. He's expected to meet with members of the press tomorrow to chart the way forward. Live here at the Parliamentary Registration Department, Harold Road, Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Well, thanks, Desmond. Now also making news tonight with illegal firearms wreaking havoc. Law enforcement agencies came together to learn the latest trends in trafficking, all part of a multinational effort to more effectively tackle this issue. Cleopatra Murphy has that report.
421 illegal firearms were seized in the country in 2024, and it is these illicit weapons that Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Munro, says poses a very real threat to the safety of our communities, the stability of society, and the nation's youth. Of the 3 murders so far this year, 2 were committed by guns.
These weapons fuel gang violence, empower criminal enterprises, and undermine the rule of law. In the Bahamas as across the Caribbean, we are determined to confront this threat with every tool at our disposal. That is why today's event is so critical.
Munro was addressing the participants in the 4-day United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, CARICOM Impacts, and Germany-facilitated training seminar at police headquarters Monday, intended to enhance the capacity of the country's law enforcement, judiciary, and border control agencies.
This training will equip our uniformed branches and judiciary personnel with advanced skills in firearms identification, detection, intelligence analysis, investigative techniques, and international cooperation.
Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice Officer with the UNODC, Roberto Rodriguez Codesal, calls firearms trafficking one of the most serious enablers of violence, organized crime, and drug-related criminal markets, adding that firearms do not circulate in isolation.
They move alongside drugs, illicit financial flows, and criminal actors who exploit maritime routes, port, airports, and postal systems. These networks are flexible, adaptive, and increasingly sophisticated.
Munro sees the seminar as a critical step in strengthening the country's frontline defenses, but it also accompanied a donation of surveillance drones from the UNODC, technology to be used alongside already existing security strategies.
These drones will work in collaboration with other crime-fighting techniques and enhance our ability to monitor our vast borders and coastal areas, interdict illicit shipments, and gather vital intelligence, all while improving officer safety.
The Minister of National Security says investing in human expertise and technological tools represents a holistic strategy to addressing illicit firearms. But to get to the heart of the problem, he says we must address the people using guns, because guns don't kill people, but the people using them do. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Meantime, the Defense Force Commodore is tonight confirming that the Marine arrested in connection with that armed robbery was on 2-month sick leave at the time of the incident. Now, despite his alleged actions, officials looked into his background prior to recruitment.
Vetting, and these are persons from our communities. They are persons from our home. We do vetting, medical veterans. We do psychometric veterans, and there are times that 1 or 2 persons may fall through the crack, but we have close to 2,000 Marines that are disciplined and are serving this country and are doing a great job in moving the Defense Force and the country forward.
Meantime, National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, could not confirm if a police officer recently caught on camera propositioning a tourist for money to get out of a ticket remains on active duty, but says he would be surprised if he were. He says it's now up to the police force to conduct an investigation and determine whether to charge him criminally or proceed under the disciplinary route of the police force. Munro, however, thanks the public for circulating any material he says that would trigger an investigation.
The officer shown on the video alleged to be soliciting a bribe. He's at 4,700, so he would have been recruited fairly recently. As the Royal Bahamas Police Force said in their release, that behavior does not accord with the values of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. I understand that they have investigated the matters and they are going to be holding persons accountable depending on the outcome of their investigations.
Well, on the heels of the U.S. State Department announcing recently the freezing of immigration visa processing for 75 countries, including the Bahamas Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, has responded with this.
I had a meeting with the chief counsel for the United States a couple of weeks ago just to find out if there were any concerns from the U.S. side about about Bahamians in the U.S. and going into the U.S. And so there's a kind of continuing conversation on this. There are many complaints from Bahamians about the processing, largely time, rejection. I was trying to find out if rates of rejection are extraordinary. So we'll be meeting from time to time. I expect I'll be speaking to the ambassador soon about some other issues. But yeah, it's a continuing conversation, but we've not made any specific complaints because largely it appears to be working fairly well.
Coming up, an award for the Governor General. That story and more when the Bahamas Tonight returns.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Crunch boring lunches and enjoy real food at a real good price with KFC's value deals. For $5.95, you can get a famous bowl and a drink or one-piece chicken box. For max value, grab a value box. That's a piece of our iconic chicken, nuggets, cheesy mashed potato, a biscuit, fries, a dessert biscuit, and soda, all for just $9.95. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili. Wow, wow. Garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you, for you.
Those pepper wings, what's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. Those pepper wings.
Well, you're looking at a shop there off West Bay Street, just west of Quality Markets. And that shop, courtesy, as always, of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. As always, thanks, Kyson. Welcome back. The office of the Prime Minister not taking too kindly to a local daily's headline story centered on the impact of a recent announcement. Lloyd Allen joins me in studio with what was said and what the OPM has to say about it. Good evening, Lloyd.
Well, good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas, and that's absolutely right. The Nassau Guardian's headline story, $11 monthly VAT savings, sparking a response from the Office of the Prime Minister. Now, in a release late this afternoon, OPM dismissed the Guardian's figure as a miscalculation. The article was referencing the Prime Minister's January 12th announcement that VAT would be removed from uncooked food items on shelves come April 1st to address concerns of high living cost. It cited that with high prices in grocery stores, it appears few, if any, will feel the impact of the move. Now, as proof, it points to the 2022 Bahamas census, which lists that the average household income of around $44,000, with just over a quarter of that roughly 118,000+ households in the report said to benefit from the VAT elimination on uncooked food. Economic Affairs Minister, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, has acknowledged $15 million shortfall once the VAT cut is divided between those listed households. OPM explaining their interpretation of the savings. It says the fiscal impact of the VAT cut of $15 million after accounting for business credits and substituted spending, that the total saving per household will not be $11, but rather the sum of VAT removed from the final retail price of all food sold, which they say is a significantly larger pool of money. OPM says the saving per family depends on what is bought and how it was previously taxed, but that all food bought will see a relief. Reporting from the ZNS studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Makushla.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. In other news this evening, as Chief Executive Officer of South Eleuthero's Jack's Bay Resort, Tommy Turnquest, tells it Family Island developments do far more than just sell hotel rooms. Rather, they generate long-term island-wide economic hubs. But challenges come along with this, like the need for infrastructural upgrades coupled with bureaucracy.
Developers want to have certainty in the approval processes, easy access and responses from governmental agencies, and a clear understanding that once conditionalities are met, approvals will be forthcoming. If I were to highlight one vexing challenge in this area, that would be to eliminate the duplicitous nature of having to get approvals locally and then still having to go and get the overall approval from central government.
This that led Turnquest to issue a call to action to ensure family islands reach their full potential.
That call to action includes policies and legislation for concessions that are clearly articulated and understood and evenly administered. It includes employment opportunities and career pathways. It includes business linkages for Bahamian-owned companies. It includes housing and community development. And most importantly, it includes capital investment in family island economies by our private sector.
A luxury residential community, Jack's Bay, sits on 1,200 acres. According to Turnquest, since 2023, the property has already locked in $58.8 million in sales. Well, 3 weeks into 2026, and this year's traffic fatality counts already outpacing homicide numbers. The latest fatal accident taking place just this morning after 1 on Prince Charles Drive here in the capital. Investigating officers discovered that a silver Suzuki Swift had collided with a wooden pole. 3 people were inside the vehicle. The 2 injured men were rushed off. General is usually on the giving end of awards, but today, the 80-year-old who's given lifelong service was a recipient. Our Diane Dorset has the story.
On Monday, the Federation of World Peace and Love awarded Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia Pratt, Governor General of the Bahamas, the Foulpole Peace Bell Award for her distinguished service and commitment to national unity, public welfare, and community empowerment. The award recognizes Dame Pratt's decades of leadership in public life and her continued advocacy for social cohesion, civic engagement, and the upliftment of vulnerable communities. During the ceremony, the Governor General, along with other awardees, recited a personal wish of peace and love. She shared her wish.
I wish the people of the world would recognize the Prince of Peace and Love, who is Jesus Christ, our Lord. Love is something that you give away. You end up having more.
Founded by Dr. Hong Taoje, the Federation of World Peace and Love is an international non-profit organization that promotes global harmony, compassion, and cooperation among people and leaders around the world. Bishop Dalton Fernando, president of the Bahamas Christian Council and now honorary bell ringer, expressed the need for organizations of peace.
We can feel the tension around the world. We can feel that times are changing. And more than ever before, we need to put down the violence, we need to turn down the temperature and promote peace. and happiness all around the world. So we're glad they were able to stop here in the Bahamas after the stops that they made around the world, that we could be a part of that demonstration of peace around the world.
The Federation teaches that our conscience is the universal compass shared by all people. Spence Finlinson, host of radio show Immediate Response and an awarded conscience corporal, shared what the award signifies as a messenger of peace and love.
Well, the award signifies the work that I've been doing as a motivational speaker in 22 countries in the Caribbean, plus taking my show around the world, Immediate Response, making an impact in the U.S., Great Britain, and part of the Caribbean.
The Bahamas now among 150 countries to ring the bell, wishing for peace and love. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
Thanks, Diane. Over in the United States, today observed as Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a national holiday set aside to recognize the birthday of the slain civil rights leader whose life work was fighting racial equality and economic justice for all disenfranchised groups. Dr. King, who would have been 97 years old, advocated for nonviolence, but in the end, he too would be taken down by an assassin's bullet on April 4th, 1968. This year's observances take on particular significance as Bahamian religious leader Bishop Neil Ellis received the MLK Freedom and Justice Award at a ceremony this morning in Miami Beach.
Truth invites resistance, justice demands sacrifice, and progress never comes without pressure. And so today, I receive this recognition not as a personal achievement, but as a renewed call to responsibility, a reminder that the work of service, justice, and mentorship is never finished.
More than 3,000 people gathered at the Miami Beach Convention Center for the 33rd annual Martin Luther King Scholarship Breakfast, making it one of the largest activities honoring the slain leader. In addition to receiving the Freedom and Justice Award, Bishop Ellis was also the keynote speaker. And if that weren't enough, he was also inducted into the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence Foundations. It's a program keeping with Dr. King's vision, which seeks to increase graduation rates and college attendance among young black men and significantly reduce the number of them being incarcerated. Now in its 33rd year, the program's founder is Florida Congresswoman Frederica Wilson, who has Bahamian roots.
We have to find a way to unify our people, to give them hope that this too shall pass. And just like Dr. King had a dream, I have a dream that if we took every little black boy and put him in the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence project, it would change the world. There would be no lust for drugs. There would be no more prisons or jails because we would put the prison industrial complex out of business.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
What do I have in my biggie bag? Fries, nuggets, a chicken sandwich, an apple pie, a free apple pie. It also comes with a drink. You know what? A biggie bag a day keeps the hunger away.
For a limited time only, get a free apple pie with the purchase of the Biggie Bag.
Health is the greatest gift. That's
That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Well, we all know what time it is. Time for Royce and Marlena to give us a sneak peek of what they got coming for us in Access Now.
Well, Makashla, it's Monday, and you know, it's always kind of hard to say happy Monday, because are we ever really happy that it's Monday?
Fair.
Unless we have sushi on set.
Whew.
So today we've got, you know, that always makes us very excited. We've got Sia Knowles with us tonight. We're going to get to taste some sushi.
Yes.
There's something else on the table that I know that Royston's very excited about.
I'm hoping we're going through a sushi gauntlet. I'm already feeling the sushi, but we got something called a pickle kit as well, and I'm not quite sure what that is, but I'm very interested to dig into it.
Yeah?
Ah, sounds good. I like pickles
Take that
and
risk.
I like sushi. So I'll be coming over that way.
All right.
Will you? Come on over. Join us.
Stay with us, the Bahamas tonight. The National Report continues after this.
One day I told my grandpa, show me what being a Bahamian is all about, and I'll show the Bahamas to the world. Together, we show the world what it means to be Bahamian, and we celebrate with an ice cold Quebec. More than a bear, it's the spirit of the Bahamas. Click. It's in our hands.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean, removing up to 100% of deposits, restoring your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first by Valvoline, distributed by Battery and Tire Specialists.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
And that there does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
At the Salon de la Plongée 2026 in Paris, General Manager of the Bahamas Tourism Office in the UK, Maria Grazia Marino, and owner of Small Hope Bay Lodge in Andros, Jeff Birch, introduced diving enthusiasts in France to the crystal clear waters of the Bahamas.
We had an incredible success in terms of visitors. We have more than 100 leads, and we have been speaking to hundreds, literally hundreds of consumers. French people are very keen on diving. It's an industry that by 2030 is estimated to have a value of 402 million. And there is an expected growth of more than 9% every year. Last year edition had 66,000 visitors. I'm pretty sure it's too early to have the figures, but I'm pretty sure from the numbers of people that have accrued to come here that it will be this edition even more, with more visitors than last year.
Well, I think one of the main things is first of all, the French are very passionate about diving. And so it's nice to speak to people who are very passionate. And the Bahamas continues to be something on their radar screen, so they're very interested in trying to get themselves to the Bahamas. The second thing is that I find, anyways, as a resort operator, that the French fit in very well with the all-inclusive idea that Small Hope Bay Lodge does. And then they fit very well with the way that we dive. So, in other words, they're passionate customers, and they're very passionate about getting what it is, the promise that you make, but they are very satisfied.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Another cohort of graduates from the National Training Agency, more than 70 participants now armed with the tools for post-secondary school success.
Plus, the National Youth Guard hosts another recruitment exercise. Those details straight ahead.
Also, the Sting Junket Group bringing cheer to the Children's Emergency Hostel. Stay close for that.
And coming up in sports, we take a look at opening day in the 2026 Freedom Farm Baseball League.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now.
Now, we sure hope that you have a refreshed weekend and are feeling good after the weekend. But you know, Marlena, the only thing I didn't get to do was to touch water. It was just a bit cold.
I was going to say you wanted to.
It's like not tourist cold, but like Bahamian cold.
Oh, yeah. You know, we don't touch that until April.
What about you?
Well, I definitely wasn't touching the water. Beyond it being cold, it was very windy, but I had a friend with a birthday this weekend, so we got to celebrate that. And then speaking of birthdays, it is my niece's 9th birthday, so I have to say happy birthday, Ellie. I hope you had a wonderful day and you're gonna have a great year.
Well, happy birthday, Ellie. I'm still thinking about those crystal clear waters, and the song from KB comes to mind. I am a boatman, a seaman. My work is on the water. That's free dive, right? Into the water. The National Training Agency continuing to cement its spot as a viable post-secondary option for local students. Our Daniel Dean attended their most recent ceremony where graduates new and old spoke about the experience.
The National Training Agency's mandatory workforce preparatory program's impact on the lives of young Bahamians is growing, and the graduation of another 76 participants this past week is proof. Cohort 26's Crystal Bethel is one of them.
We are celebrating the end of the program. It's the beginning for me as I return with more confidence
better communication, and more knowledge in the workplace.
Now a businessman in the very field he studied as part of the NTA's Cohort 2, guest speaker Alvin Robinson remembers the struggles of being a young man, uncertain about his future.
In all honesty, when I signed up, I had no option, no idea as to what I was going to do next. And the National Training Agency assisted me with actually having clear direction, instilling powerful soft skills into myself, and then allowing me to actually participate within a discipline that I fell in love with, and that's butler service.
Cohort 25's Tamia Colebrook encouraged the group to take advantage of free programs, adding if it hadn't been for the NTA, she wouldn't be working at a leading medical facility. Borrowing a line last year's guest speaker Clint Watson shared with graduates, Colebrook, too, likened she and her colleagues' lives to passports that have gotten one more stamp of qualification.
They're qualified, they're trained, they're equipped, and they're ready for the workforce.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks, Danielle. Well, the National Youth Guard continues to see strong interest from young Bahamians, hosting another recruitment drive this past weekend. The program, which targets unemployed and at-risk youth between the ages of 18 and 25, is designed to provide discipline, life skills, disaster preparedness, and nationally recognized certification while creating pathways into employment. Royal Bahamas Defense Force Chief Petty Officer Michael Ring says the interest remains high, even after a massive recruitment push last year. Once selected, recruits will spend 6 weeks living on base at HMBS Coral Harbor.
Like I said, they're going to live on board Coral Harbor base for 10 weeks. They're going to do disaster training and discipline for the first 2 weeks. We want to make sure that when we send these young individuals out, they have the training of disaster, but they're going to be disciplined regardless of wherever they go or whoever we put them with. Also, within the 3rd, 4th, and 5th week, we're going to have young individuals do first aid training.
Following their time at the Coral Harbor base, participants will then move on to the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute for an additional 4 weeks of skills training.
At the end of the 6 week on board HMBS Coral Harbor, they're going to be going to BTVI for some 4 weeks, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They're going to do plumbing, electrical, carpentry, or some type of soft skills at the BTVI. The soft skills include Microsoft Word, Access, Excel. These individuals will receive certifications in these different atmospheres of life.
Good luck to all the recruits. Now, the Christmas season has passed, but the spirit of giving lives on in the month of Sting. Junkanoo Group is hosting its annual fun day for residents of the Children's Emergency Hostel. With neatly wrapped presents, a bouncing castle, and delicious grilled food, Group Director Anthony Christie says the act of giving should not be limited to one season, as it is always beneficial to support those in need.
Giving should continue throughout the year, and I believe Sting as an organization tries to do that, and we encourage the nation as well to consider giving back throughout the year, not just during the Christmas time, but we want to encourage those less fortunate and help those in need as much as we can throughout the entire year. So this again is significant for us. It's annual, we consistently do this, and we get support from a lot of sponsors and friends, etc., in order to continue to make this happen.
What a great initiative. Still to come, we're talking sushi with Sia Knowles of Dollywood 242. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean is here with your Access weather forecast. So stay close.
Boys and Girls Empowerment Club of LW Young welcomed the newly appointed U.S. Ambassador, His Excellency Herschel Walker, and a team of officials to the annual Christmas social. Ambassador Walker shared parts of his journey to remind the students of the importance of perseverance.
Well, I played professional football for about 14 years. I was on an Olympic team. I was one of the fastest guys in the world. I've done a lot of things, but that's not the reason my life changed. My life changed because I quit feeling bad about myself. So the reason I tell you that, you got to feel good about who you are, because God had made you special. Because Jesus said, bring me the kids, bring them to me, because you have to know you are special.
Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, were among the officials visiting.
I wish you joy. I wish for you the lesson of kindness. I want to thank your principal and the teachers, especially Mrs. Wilmot this morning, for the energy and devotion which she puts into kindness toward you and ensuring that you have a life which is filled with joy.
Principal Deborah Thompson shared the requirements for joining.
The club is open to every boy and every girl. So right now we have about 50 boys and 50 girls, but it is open to anyone. It's not the low achievers or the high achievers, anyone with the interest, I would say, in what the club is all about, and that is building children, empowering children.
I'm Bryden Wilson, and this is Ed Talk.
At We Buy and Sell, we help you upgrade your home the smart way, from solar panels and solar lights to strong doors, storm-ready windows, tiles, mirrors, vanity, faucets, and more. Everything you need is right here under one roof. Great quality products, great price, and fast, friendly service every day. Visit us on Robinson Road or send us a message on WhatsApp 242-636-8412 or shop anytime at wbusbahamas.com. We buy you sell. Upgrade your home today.
Time now for your access weather forecast, and there is a chill in the air. The reason being we have that frontal system which went through. It's now in the central Bahamas, but we expect that frontal boundary to back up over the northwest Bahamas tonight through tomorrow, and it will eventually merge with another approaching front on Sunday, and that will eventually push back towards the south and east, bringing in some more chilly temperatures the early part of next week. And our boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, the winds are going to be out of the north behind that front, 15 to 20 knots, choppy seas, 4 to 7 feet over the ocean, so we have a caution flag in place for you small boaters. High tide will take place at 8:17 tonight. For the central Bahamas, northerly winds as well, but not as stiff, 10 to 15 knots, the wave fights 2 to 4 feet, but that will change in the southeastern parts of our country. Southeasterly winds, 10 to 15 knots, and the wave fights 2 to 4 feet. Now on Thursday, in the northwestern islands, the winds remain northerly at 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights 4 to 7 feet, so the caution flags continue to hold through tomorrow for the northwestern islands. High tide tomorrow, 8:38 in the morning, low tide 3:05 in the afternoon. And for the central islands tomorrow, the winds start to shift clockwise, increasing northeast at 12 to 18 knots. Those wave heights, they're going to be building 3 to 6 feet, so we'll post a caution flag for the central Bahamas on Tuesday. And for the southeast Bahamas on Tuesday, the winds become easterly, also increasing 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights building 3 to 6 feet, meaning that we will put that caution flag in place for the southeast Bahamas on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, for all areas, the winds continue to increase throughout the 700 islands with a northeast to east component, 15 to 25 knots. Very rough sea conditions, 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, so an advisory is in place for boaters throughout the islands on Wednesday. High tide on Wednesday, 9:15 in the morning, with a low tide at 3:41 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Where you going? Where you been, y'all? I've been looking for you, looking for you. But hey, y'all, where you been, y'all? I've been looking for you. I've been chilling up by the bar last night. This y'all, she was looking nice.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston and Melina.
As always, thank you so much, Basil. Tonight, we're talking sushi with Sia Knowles of Dollywood 242.
Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. Access now. Extra special welcome. We're very excited that you're here.
Very excited. Food is back.
Yes, finally. Now, we've got quite the spread on the table, but first, naturally, I'm going to have to ask you about these sushi bakes that we're looking at. How did you get into making sushi?
Okay, so just making it at home for family and friends, and they enjoyed it, and they suggested I go ahead and introduce it to the world.
All right, so can you introduce us to these two plates we've got going on here?
So the first sushi bake here is tuna mixed with crab. And we also have the half and half, which is half tuna, half crab. So I offer either or.
They look great.
They do.
The colors are amazing.
Can't wait
now,
to
you're
try
pretty viral on TikTok. How did that kick off? What video sparked the virality, so to speak?
One video, and it just took off. During Christmas time, I decided to market it, and pleasantly surprised. It did very well.
What are some of the most popular sushi offerings that you have too?
Oh, the half and half, which is half tuna and half crab. That is a
That's
top.
what we have here, the half and half?
And the mix, yeah.
Let me dig into the half and half in that case.
I
then.
got it.
What's the topping on top of that?
So we
I see
have
brown and
joy.
white.
We have some eel sauce. We have some eel sauce. We have sriracha, sesame seed.
It's delicious. And so why do you think it is that sushi bake in particular resonated so much with Bahamians?
I think because it's something new. We're more familiar with the sushi rolls, but I think that people like the different.
And I think also some people are a little uncomfortable with the raw sushi sometimes. So you found that perfect mix between getting the flavor and also getting the, it's cooked, I feel better.
It is baked.
It is really, really good. The only difficulty I would have is not eating the whole pan.
Yes,
Is this a personal
This would be a
pan, or is this
portion
supposed to be
control
shared?
nightmare.
Well, personal pan.
Gotcha.
And it also comes along with the seaweed, the complimentary seaweed.
Yeah, those are delicious. I've tried those before. So we've got the chili lime. Hold on.
That with a little bit of salmon, a little bit of
Chili lime
ginger.
one there.
You can create your own makeshift sushi.
Like mini
very easy.
roll, yeah.
But are you supposed to pick these up and sort of scoop them out too?
Okay.
Let me, when in Rome, you got to tell me twice. All right, let's try a bit of that too. Here we go. I'm getting in there. Good scoopage. There we go.
Scoopage.
Excellent. Excellent. Of course, we have the sushi. But we also have something called a pickle kit, which I want you to talk us through, which is all the other things you're seeing on the table here.
Okay.
What is a pickle kit?
What is a taki?
Taki. Now, I love me some Takis. I don't know if you know, but Takis has exploded on the chip world.
Yes.
It used to be the Doritos Cool Ranch and the Cheetos.
Exactly.
But Taki has taken over, the red one and the blue one.
Correct.
There we go.
Yes. So this was introduced by, inspired by my daughter. And I tried it and I loved it. And it's just a fun, sweet and tangy treat.
Okay.
It's just something fun.
What are you supposed to do? You take the pickle, and what do you do with the pickle?
You actually take the pickle and you dress it with these ingredients.
Okay.
Are those sour straws?
Yeah, it's like wormies and then chamoy sauce.
Okay.
But it's viral.
Are you feeling brave?
I'm feeling brave enough.
I love them.
I'm gonna dig into this. What's the difference between the red and the blue one here?
So the red is hot,
Okay.
and the dill is the original pickle flavor.
Gotcha. This is a huge, I thought it was like many pickles in here. It's one huge pickle.
It's huge.
Look at the size of that thing.
Good try.
So I'm gonna sprinkle some dressing on it. That's what you do?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. It's gonna get a little messy. It's a lot. It's a lot of dressing. And then what's this?
That's the tahine.
Tahine, okay.
Don't miss some seasoning.
Little tahine. Sorry about that.
Gotta save the sushi.
It is messy. I'm not worried about the table so much anymore. So you just did, this is the pickle.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
That is a lot of, okay. How is it?
It's so spicy, I'm gonna need a second. You continue. It's so spicy.
So you said your daughter inspired you to make these combos.
And people love them.
And so how
It's
have they taken off? How can people reach out to you if they either want the bakes like I will or if they want the pickle packages?
So you can reach me on TikTok or Facebook under Dollywood242.
Great. I'm alive still, by the way. I'm good. I survived. But it was pretty good. The spice.
I thought that spice was going to take you out. Yeah,
It's a kick.
You had Spice Mountain going
with
on
the tacky,
there.
we might have taken it up a whole notch. I'm glad I didn't do that.
It's a combination of flavors.
As my friends would say, thank you for the experience.
So what you've tried both now?
Yes.
What do you think you'd be calling for?
I'd be calling for sushi all day.
Yeah, same here.
I would be calling for sushi. I'm a big fan of the pickle, but sushi all
We're
day.
sushi people.
All day, every day.
All right, well, this was such a treat. We're so glad we got to have you with us tonight. Literally a treat. Thank you so much, and we hope to have you back again soon, and we mean that.
Thank you for having me.
But for now, it's time to turn things over to Zedna's Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Freedom Farm holding its opening day. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
We're BAF Financial.
We're BAF General and Health Insurance.
Welcome to the beautiful Cayman Islands.
Come on in to Cash and Go. Need technical support?
We are BFG Services.
BAF Global. Global reach, local care.
The Whopper with cheese never tasted so good. 100% flame grilled beef, now juicier. With fresh ingredients as usual. And even fluffier buns. The Whopper with cheese. Bigger, better, tastier. Get a regular combo for only $9. only at Burger King Nassau.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Welcome to your Monday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports over the weekend. The Freedom Farm Baseball League officially getting its 2026 season underway over at its park out east. The organization holding its opening day festivities, inclusive of the church service and opening ceremony, before playing its first slate of games. Bahamas Baseball Association President Clarence McKenzie gives us more.
Started off with our church service at Holy Cross Parish, the blessing of the teams, and we had our parade of teams march all the way down Prince Charles to Fox Hill for our grand opening here. What's special about this particular opening weekend is we have the MJBL All-Star team, which is an American teams coming down from the U.S., comprised of all-star players from the East Coast, Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland. And they're playing a best-of-3 game series in our 12U division, 15U division, and 18U division.
It was NSO sports team speaking with a few of those visiting coaches about the experience.
The experience has been nothing but awesome. These kids have just kind of learned and met each other a day or two ago, and they've already got that brotherhood bond, and that's what we love. And I mean, you could see it there in the pool and just everything together, and that's what it's all about.
If you're down, it's a great opportunity. I feel like as a young man, to get to travel and see different places, and then this opportunity to get on this stage in front of other people, another country, meet new people, and that's good for young men to get to meet someone that they can make later on use those as resources or friends or whatever. I just feel like it's a great opportunity for them.
Also from over the weekend, local track and field athletes turning in strong performances at the DTSP Wolfpack Track and Field Classic, the original Thomas A. Robinson Stadium on Saturday. The one-day event, which was the second club meet of the season, honored local sports icon Alexander Doyle Burrows. The meet provided more athletes with an opportunity to qualify for the 2026 Griffith Games in St. George's, Grenada.
This year it's dedicated to Doyle Alexander Burrows. An icon in the field of track and field, and certainly in culture as well. John Canoe is well known in the arts. So each year, I'll tell you a little about what we do. Rather than having our track classic named after one person, we saw it fitting to identify those persons who would have made an invaluable contribution to culture, sports in the country. And they're trailblazers. We just want to say thank you, and we acknowledge you, the work you would have done.
In hoops news, over in the association, a monster night from Bahamian NBA star DeAndre Ayton as he was perfect from the field in the Lakers' 110-93 win over the Atlanta Hawks. His lone miss last night coming from the charity stripe. Ayton tallying 25 points, 13 boards, 1 assist, and 1 block over 33 minutes of play. He didn't seem bothered by a left knee injury that kept him out of Saturday's loss to the Portland Trailblazers as he would grab a game-high 13 rebounds en route to his 16th double-double of the season.
I started with our defense, bring energy to the ball. Guys cutting, moving energy, ball fighting energy, and that's what happened tonight. Luka and Bron putting pressure on the opponents and in their paint, spraying off of threes, getting lobs and dump offs in the dunker. It was all in rhythm tonight. And that thing got us going. I think really just talking and communicating, getting the blood flowing, knowing who got your back out there, and the coaches seeing, what works, and, just seeing different coverages, throwing at the team and seeing what they can throw back at us.
The Island Youth Basketball League announcing that it will officially launch its 2026 Winter League next month at the Kendall G. Lazick Gymnasium, continuing its mission to provide safe, structured, and development-focused basketball for children across New Providence. The Winter League follows a successful IYBL Fall Jamboree held last October, where 80 registered players participated over 4 days of assessments, team placement, skills training, and competitive play. Jamboree marked the league's official season opener and demonstrated strong demand for organized, age-appropriate basketball for boys and girls. And that's when we look at your sports on this Monday. I'm Amajal Knowles signing out until tomorrow.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
What if the reason you're stuck is because of the cycles you keep repeating? Cycles of fear, cycles of doubt, cycles of waiting for permission to live the life God already called you to. Every generation has a moment when destiny calls your name. On January 30th, 2026, that moment returns. The movement that awakened thousands is back. Bigger, bolder, and more purposeful than ever before. This is Shift 26. Under the theme, Shift into Wealth, No More Cycles. This is not just another conference. It is a divine interruption. It's your permission slip to shift once and for all. A reset for your faith, your focus, and your future. So mark your calendars, gather your tribe, because this time, you're not just coming to be inspired, you're coming to be transformed. Shift 26, January 30th, 2026 at the Bahamas Convention Center. No more waiting, no more cycles. It's time to shift into wealth.
Turn that New Year's resolution into reality when you shop and save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Seabass tuna, 5 ounces, 75 cents. Libby's Vienna sausage, 4.6 ounces, $1.19. Yellow onions, 3-pound bag, $2.99. Pork chop ends, $2.79 per pound. Baby back spare ribs, $3.39 per pound. If you're planning to save when you shop, you need to shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
You're looking at a shot of tourists enjoying a hydrocycle, also known as a water bike. This human-powered watercraft resembles a bicycle, using pedals to turn a paddle wheel, offering stable, low-impact fun and fitness out on the water. That shot courtesy of drone pilot Kyson Miller. And it's time now to take a trip around the Family Islands, so let's go.
For the past 23 years, Pastor Darren Roll has spearheaded the Building Youth is Better Than Mending Men Boys Conference. And later this month, they're headed to North Andros, much to the delight of area MP Leonardo Lightbourne, who calls this an important initiative for young men who want to better themselves with the help of sponsors who are there to support, sustain, and provide opportunities for employment and a second chance at success.
We'd like to thank Pastor Roll and his team for considering my constituents in the Berry Islands.
The conference is being implemented in Cat Island, Andros, Abaco, Exuma, San Salvador, and Grand Bahama. This will take place on the 29th of January 2026 in Balaxaba at the David Dean Community Center.
Well, it's time now for Let's Talk Socials with Matea Stewart.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Socials. Today we're diving into a skit that's everywhere online right now. Yes, I'm talking about Drewski's mega church party. If you've been scrolling your feed this week, you know what I mean. Take a look at this.
I'm gonna have Wanda stand up here. Wanda, please. Wanda told us earlier this month that she could not have a baby anymore. So I impregnated her with the word of God. I'm going to impregnate everyone with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. Impregnate. I had somebody in the congregation ask why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. I'm a Christian first and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. Give him some praise. So we are raising funds for a project in Zimbabwe that needs to appear today. We are not letting anyone leave until we reach our goal, amen? Hallelujah. Life savings here. Give him some praise for that. Give it his life savings up.
So here's the tea. In this skit, Drewski plays a flashy megachurch pastor who wears all designer robes, smoke machines, and over-the-top fundraising. He even has a line about people not being able to leave until they give millions. I mean, it's wild. People online are divided. Some are laughing because it hits way too close to home. They say, yep, that's exactly what some churches are doing. But then, of course, others are saying this is disrespectful. He's mocking faith. Some church pastors aren't loving it. Some viewers can't stop laughing, and it sparked a huge debate online about accountability in church leadership. So tell me, what do you think? Was this skit just comedy, or did it go too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is definitely one that's not ending anytime soon. And as always, don't forget to like, follow, and stay tuned for the next segment of Let's Talk Socials.
Interesting. Well, I think if they were based on real events, it's comedy and commentary, really.
Layers of comedy.
Yeah, bringing attention to the fact that I didn't make this up. Someone's actual pastor did this.
That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. As always, thank you for joining us. We'll have Verley McKinney tomorrow night. We'll be talking about building the perfect basketball court.
And be sure to tune back in for the Bahamas tonight at 11 with Desmond Saunders.
Good night, everybody.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS.